Stoicism, at its core, teaches us the importance of focusing on what we can control. This idea can feel liberating. When we accept that some things are beyond our influence, we can stop wasting energy on them. It shifts our mindset towards actions and attitudes that genuinely matter. In this way, Stoicism becomes a practical guide for finding emotional resilience in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. At the heart of Stoicism lies the powerful idea of control. Stoics teach us to distinguish between what we can influence and what we cannot. When we focus our energy on the aspects of life we can change, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and worry. This clarity allows us to navigate challenges with a sense of purpose, reminding us that our reactions are always under our control, even in the face of adversity. This concept is beautifully illustrated in the writings of Marcus Aurelius. He often reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. By mastering our inner dialogue, we can foster resilience and maintain our peace of mind. When we encounter difficulties, his guidance encourages us to approach each situation with patience and a balanced mindset. It's about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, which is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, also echoed these values. He believed that our suffering often stems from our expectations. When we can accept reality as it is, we open the door to tranquility. Imagine facing a setback like losing a job. Instead of dwelling on the lost opportunity, a Stoic perspective would help us consider the lessons learned and how to move forward. This shift in mindset can transform challenges into stepping stones toward growth. Each day offers us a chance to practice these Stoic principles. We can start by reflecting on our thoughts and reactions. What fills your mind when things don't go as planned? By taking a moment to pause, we can choose how to respond. This conscious awareness is empowering. It reminds us that even in difficult moments, we have the power to define our experience, shaping our interactions and ultimately our lives for the better. In challenging times, these teachings encourage us to remain grounded. Stoicism teaches us that life is filled with uncertainties, and while we cannot control external events, we can control our response. This wisdom cultivates emotional resilience. It's the idea that hardship can strengthen us. By facing difficulties with a calm, measured approach, we build a robust character that helps us endure and even thrive as we journey through life's ups and downs. As we explore the teachings of Stoicism, let's consider the practice of reflecting on our thoughts each day. This isn't just about self-critique. It's about understanding what drives our emotions and reactions. By taking a moment to analyze our feelings, we can distinguish between what lies within our control and what does not. This clarity can keep us grounded, helping us to respond to life's challenges with calmness and purpose. Therefore, we start building resilience from a place of awareness and acceptance. Another important facet of Stoicism is learning to accept what we cannot change. For many of us, this can be one of the hardest lessons to embrace. It often feels easier to resist or lament what is outside our influence. Yet, in doing so, we divert our energy away from what truly matters. By practicing acceptance, we create space for growth and foster a mindset that thrives amidst uncertainty. This lesson can be particularly powerful during difficult times. Incorporating these teachings into our daily lives can take various forms. For instance, you might start your day with a few moments of meditation, setting an intention rooted in Stoic principles. Perhaps during moments of stress, you revisit the concept of control. Practicing gratitude can also enhance our resilience. Reflecting on what we do have rather than what's lacking can shift our perspective. Over time, these small adjustments can help us cultivate a more stoic way of being in the world. One of the most compelling ideas in Stoicism is the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. This simple yet profound understanding empowers us to navigate life's challenges. By focusing our energy on our reactions and choices, things we can influence, we cultivate a sense of peace. This shift helps us release stress about external events, allowing us to embrace each moment with clarity and purpose. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the value of inner strength and resilience. He encouraged self-reflection and the practice of gratitude, reminding us that our mindset shapes our experiences. When we embrace challenges with the understanding that they are part of our journey, we can transform adversity into growth. This perspective helps us maintain balance, especially amid chaos, guiding us toward emotional stability. Seneca emphasized that it's not the events that disturb us, but how we respond to them. He advocated for mindful reactions, encouraging us to consider our choices carefully. When faced with difficulties, we can pause, reflect, and choose a response rooted in Stoic principles. This approach puts us in control, one of the core lessons of Stoicism. It reminds us that while we can't change events, we can change our responses. In our modern lives, we can find reminders of Stoic wisdom in everyday situations. Think of how we often face unexpected changes, be it in our jobs or personal lives. Applying the Stoic principle of acceptance can help us remain grounded. Instead of resisting these changes, we can see them as opportunities for learning and adaptation. Each moment can teach us resilience, shaping us into stronger individuals. As we reflect on these teachings, it's clear that Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can enhance our lives. By focusing on what we can control and practicing acceptance, we not only cultivate inner strength, but also find peace. The journey of understanding Stoic philosophy invites us to grow. Every challenge becomes a chance to learn and evolve. This mindset can transform not just how we face obstacles, but how we see life itself. As we journey deeper into Stoicism, it's important to remember that it's not just about philosophy in a book. It's about how we choose to live each day. Practicing Stoicism encourages us to pause and reflect, to consider our responses to life's challenges. This reflection helps us gain clarity and maintain perspective when faced with difficult situations. It allows us to respond mindfully rather than react impulsively. To truly grasp Stoicism, it's important to acknowledge its emphasis on virtue. Virtue, in essence, is about living in harmony with our values and principles. Practicing honesty, kindness, and courage allows us to act with integrity, regardless of external circumstances. This alignment not only shapes how we respond to life's challenges, but also nurtures a sense of purpose within us. It reminds us that our character is what ultimately defines our happiness and fulfillment in life. As we navigate through life, Stoicism teaches us the importance of our thoughts and attitudes. It's not just about accepting what happens to us, but also learning how to respond thoughtfully. When faced with adversity, we can choose our reactions, which can redefine our experiences entirely. This isn't about suppressing feelings, but instead about recognizing them and deciding how we want to move forward in a constructive way. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the fleeting nature of life. He reminded himself that our time is limited, which encourages us to make the most of every moment. This perspective can cure our tendency to dwell on past mistakes or worry about the future. It gently nudges us toward a more mindful approach, reminding us to cherish the present and engage fully with our lives. Seneca also emphasized the value of reflection. He believed that taking time each day to consider our actions and thoughts led to personal growth. By regularly examining ourselves, we can align our daily choices with our core values. This practice not only fosters a sense of integrity, but also helps us cultivate a life of meaning. It's a way to ensure that we're living intentionally and purposefully. Real-life applications of Stoic thought can be powerful. Consider when facing a difficult situation at work. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause, take a breath, and assess what's within our control. Do we need to change our approach or simply accept the circumstances? This pause can change how we handle the situation, potentially leading to better outcomes and less stress. Stoicism helps us in these everyday challenges. By embracing these principles, we begin to see a transformation in how we handle life's challenges. Stoicism encourages us to focus not on the hardship itself, but on how we approach it. This shift in perspective creates a sense of emotional resilience. It empowers us to carry on even when things don't go as planned. Ultimately, these teachings guide us toward a more grounded and balanced life. Another key teaching within Stoicism is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believe that appreciating what we have can shift our focus away from wanting more. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about this in his Meditations. He encouraged himself to see the beauty in the ordinary moments of life, reminding us to be thankful for our experiences, both good and bad. This perspective fosters contentment and peace within ourselves, helping us navigate our challenges with grace. Stoicism teaches us the importance of community and relationships. While we focus on controlling our reactions, we also need to acknowledge the role of others in our lives. Seneca emphasized that our connections enrich our existence. We shouldn't isolate ourselves in our struggles. Instead, sharing experiences and wisdom can strengthen our emotional resilience. When we support each other, we create a space where everyone can grow and thrive together, enhancing our journey through life's ups and downs. The practice of negative visualization is another interesting aspect of Stoicism. This involves imagining the loss of what we cherish, whether that's loved ones, our health, or even material comforts. It may sound unsettling, but this technique helps us appreciate what we often take for granted. By contemplating the impermanence of these things, we can cultivate gratitude and resilience. Over time, this practice teaches us to face loss with acceptance and courage, knowing that every moment is precious. Applying Stoic principles requires daily commitment and patience. It's about building a habit, a steady practice of reflection and mindfulness. It helps to set aside a few moments each day to consider your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Ask yourself if you are focusing on what you can control, or if you are letting external factors dictate your emotions. This conscious awareness nourishes growth and intention, gradually leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life rooted in Stoicism. Throughout history, Stoicism has provided a practical framework for dealing with adversity. Famous figures, both past and present, have turned to its teachings in their times of struggle. The resilience cultivated through Stoic practices is not just about enduring hardships. It's about thriving in spite of them. As we embrace Stoicism, we learn to view challenges as opportunities for growth. This transformative mindset doesn't eliminate difficulties, but enriches our journey, fostering a sense of calm amid chaos. To fully embrace Stoicism, it's important to engage with its principles on a personal level. Reflecting on the challenges we face allows us to understand how we respond to them. This reflection is more than just a thought exercise. It helps identify what we can control and what we must accept. When we take the time to pause and think, we cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and purpose in our lives. Mindfulness is a powerful tool within Stoicism. It encourages us to be present, focusing on the moment, instead of getting lost in regrets or worries. This focus allows us to act with intention rather than react impulsively. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our emotions without being swept away by them. It transforms how we relate to our experiences, creating space for calm and clarity even amid chaos. Another key Stoic practice is gratitude. Recognizing the small joys in our lives can shift our mindset dramatically. It's easy to overlook the positives when challenges arise, but a grateful heart fosters contentment. This practice reminds us of what we have, grounding us in the present. By focusing on abundance rather than lack, we cultivate resilience, making it easier to face life's unpredictability with grace and strength. Negative visualization is a bit counterintuitive, but deeply impactful. It involves contemplating potential losses or challenges we might face. By doing this, we prepare ourselves mentally for adversity. This practice helps reduce fear and can increase appreciation for what we currently have. Instead of dwelling on negativity, we build a mindset that can withstand hardships, reinforcing the Stoic ideal of emotional strength and resilience in the face of uncertainty. As we continue this exploration of Stoicism, it's crucial to understand that these principles are not merely theoretical. They are tools for daily life, meant to help us navigate our experiences with wisdom and composure. When we apply Stoic practices, we contribute to our well-being. Each time we embrace an obstacle with a Stoic mindset, we strengthen our emotional resilience, allowing us to face the world with courage and clarity. As we embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, it's essential to recognize that challenges are part of life. Stoics teach us that rather than resisting difficulties, we should acknowledge and accept them. This acceptance doesn't mean we should become passive. Instead, it encourages us to take proactive steps in how we respond. It's a call to resilience, reminding us that while we can't control everything, we can control our reactions and choices in the face of adversity. Another powerful aspect of Stoic practice is the concept of reflection. By taking time each day to reflect on our actions and thoughts, we cultivate self-awareness. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth. It helps us identify areas of improvement and celebrates our successes, no matter how small. Reflection also allows us to align our daily actions with our core values, ensuring that we live authentically and with purpose. Moreover, practicing gratitude is central to living a Stoic life. When we actively recognize and appreciate the positive aspects of our life, we shift our focus away from what we lack. This shift fosters contentment. For instance, a simple thank you to a friend or even acknowledging a beautiful sunset can have profound effects on our mindset. These moments of gratitude remind us of the abundance already present in our lives, enhancing our emotional resilience. Finally, let's consider the idea of community within Stoicism. It reminds us we're not alone in our journeys. Stoics value the interconnectedness of all people, emphasizing that we should support each other. Whether through simple acts of kindness or shared wisdom, we can collectively foster resilience. By engaging with our community, we create a network of support that can help us navigate life's challenges more smoothly. Together, we can rise above our circumstances. One of the most profound lessons from Stoicism is the idea of acceptance. Life can be unpredictable, filled with events beyond our control. Embracing this truth can bring peace. When we shift our focus from worrying about what we cannot change to what we can influence, we free ourselves from unnecessary emotional turmoil. This acceptance can help us respond more wisely and calmly to challenges as they come our way. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to take a step back and consider his thoughts. This practice of reflection can help us pause amidst chaos. By questioning our reactions and recognizing the transient nature of our problems, we cultivate a more balanced perspective. Instead of getting swept up by anger or frustration, we learn to approach situations with clarity and understanding. This perspective equips us to handle whatever life throws at us. In our daily lives, we can apply Stoic principles in simple yet powerful ways. A morning routine that includes gratitude can set the tone for the day, or at the end of the day, reflecting on our actions helps us recognize our growth. Even during moments of stress, reminding ourselves of what we can control helps us maintain calm. These consistent practices build resilience and fortify our emotional well-being. As we integrate these Stoic principles, remember that this is not about perfection. It's about progress. We will encounter setbacks, and that's part of the journey. What matters is how we respond when things don't go as planned. The strength we build through these experiences can lead to greater wisdom and emotional strength. With time, we learn to navigate life's ups and downs with a steadiness that feels empowering. Ultimately, Stoicism offers us timeless wisdom that resonates even today. Its core message encourages us to live in accordance with our values, be mindful of our reactions, and understand the limits of our control. By fostering a deeper awareness of ourselves and the world around us, we can cultivate a life filled with balance, purpose, and emotional resilience. This journey is ongoing, and every step counts towards a more fulfilling life. Another significant aspect of Stoicism is the cultivation of inner peace through the acceptance of impermanence. Recognizing that everything in life changes can help ease our attachments. When we understand that loss is part of the journey, we're better equipped to navigate the storms of life with grace and resilience. This perspective allows us to cherish moments without clinging too tightly, finding beauty even amidst the transience. To truly embody these Stoic principles, we must practice them daily. This involves not just reflection, but mindfulness in our responses to life's challenges. When faced with obstacles, we can choose how to react. Instead of succumbing to frustration, we can pause, reflect, and determine our next steps with clarity. This shift in mindset fosters emotional intelligence, helping us respond rather than react instinctively. As we further embrace Stoicism, we find that our fears often stem from our interpretations of events rather than the events themselves. By revisiting our thought patterns, we discover the power of reframing. This means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, allowing us to shift from a mentality of defeat to one of empowerment and resilience. In this way, even the most daunting experiences can become stepping stones. Ultimately, the essence of Stoicism lies in understanding that the way we approach life shapes our experience. It encourages us to focus on what we can control, while gracefully accepting what we cannot. This poignant understanding can liberate us from anxiety and stress, steering us toward a more balanced existence. Through practical applications, we learn to integrate these ideas into daily life, transforming our challenges into meaningful experiences. As we dive deeper into Stoicism, it becomes clear that it's not just about enduring hardship, it's about thriving despite it. This philosophy encourages us to develop a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth. By shifting our perspective, we allow ourselves to become more resilient and adaptable, embracing life's uncertainties with a sense of calm and purpose. Marcus Aurelius once remarked that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. This rings true today. If we focus on nurturing positive and constructive thoughts, we can navigate through life's ups and downs with grace. The practice of mindfulness aligns closely with these ideas, helping us stay grounded and present amid chaos. In practical terms, creating moments for reflection helps us reel in our thoughts. Daily journaling, for instance, allows us to process our experiences and emotions. When we take the time to sit with our thoughts, we can identify patterns in our reactions. This powerful act offers insights into not only our emotional responses, but also our capabilities to adapt and thrive. Ultimately, embracing Stoicism means accepting that we cannot control everything. However, we can control our reactions and attitudes. This realization empowers us to let go of unnecessary burdens and focus on what truly matters. By committing ourselves to a practice of acceptance and resilience, we find balance amidst the chaos of life, cultivating a deep sense of inner strength. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that life is full of challenges and obstacles. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control rather than getting lost in things we cannot change. This perspective helps us maintain our calm and composure during difficult times. By practicing self-awareness, we can respond thoughtfully and not react impulsively, allowing us to navigate life's trials with resilience and grace. Mindfulness is a cornerstone of Marcus Aurelius' philosophy. It encourages us to stay present, to focus on this very moment rather than getting lost in worries about the future. When we practice mindfulness, we strengthen our ability to control our thoughts and reactions. This not only helps to reduce anxiety, but it also allows us to make clearer, more intentional choices in our daily lives. Imagine facing your day with this level of awareness, absorbing every experience fully without distractions. Mindfulness, according to Marcus Aurelius, isn't just a concept, it's a practice. It's about being present in every moment. When we immerse ourselves in our experiences, we begin to notice not only our thoughts, but also our reactions. This awareness allows us to choose our responses rather than merely reacting out of habit. By observing ourselves, we can identify patterns that no longer serve us, and that's where true growth begins. Self-reflection is another cornerstone of Marcus's teachings. In his writings, he encourages us to pause and examine our thoughts and actions. Reflecting on our motivations can unearth deeper truths about who we are. This isn't always easy. It requires honesty and courage. But in understanding ourselves better, we can align our daily actions with our true values, leading us toward a more fulfilling life. Purpose is a guiding star in Marcus Aurelius's philosophy. He believed that every action we take should connect to a larger meaning. Without purpose, our days can drift aimlessly. By defining what truly matters to us, we can direct our energy toward those goals. Each morning can begin with a simple question. What is my purpose today? This sets a tone of intention, helping us navigate through distractions and chaos. Marcus Aurelius often highlights the value of staying present. Mindfulness allows us to truly experience each moment without the distractions of past regrets or future worries. It serves as a gentle reminder to ground ourselves. We can take a deep breath and embrace now, finding clarity amid chaos. This practice helps us cultivate gratitude for the little things, anchoring us in a world that feels fast-paced and overwhelming. In the face of adversity, Marcus teaches us to respond rather than react. This means taking a moment to pause before we act, transforming frustration into understanding. When we consciously choose our responses, we gain control over our emotions. This practice also fosters resilience. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, we can develop a stronger sense of purpose, propelling us forward with confidence and clarity. Living with intention, as Marcus emphasized, invites us to examine our daily choices. Each action should align with our values and aspirations. By doing so, we can lead more meaningful lives. This approach encourages us to ask ourselves deeper questions. Are we pursuing what truly matters? Or are we distracted by fleeting desires? By reflecting on these points, we create a roadmap that guides our actions and decisions in alignment with a greater purpose. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that life is a shared experience. We are all connected, part of a larger whole. This perspective encourages compassion and understanding towards others. When we recognize our common humanity, it becomes easier to extend kindness in our interactions. Our daily encounters then become opportunities to foster genuine connections. This not only enriches our lives, but also helps establish a supportive community grounded in empathy and respect. One key lesson from Marcus Aurelius is about the importance of perspective. He teaches us to step back and view our experiences with clarity. When we gain distance from our daily challenges, they often seem less daunting. This shift in viewpoint allows us to respond to situations rather than react emotionally. It's a simple yet powerful reminder that our thoughts shape our reality. By changing how we see the world, we can change our experience within it. In his reflections, Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the power of our thoughts. He believed that we are shaped by how we think about our circumstances. If we can remind ourselves that we control our reactions, we create a sense of inner peace. This understanding allows us to navigate life's storms with greater confidence. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, we can choose a response grounded in reason and purpose. Mindfulness, according to Aurelius, is about staying present in each moment. He encourages us to focus on what's right in front of us, rather than getting lost in worries about the past or future. By being fully present, we are better equipped to face challenges and appreciate the good in our lives. This practice is a powerful reminder that life is chiefly experienced in the now. Another key idea in Aurelius' teachings is self-reflection. Taking time to examine our thoughts and actions can lead to growth and deeper understanding. He urges us to assess our beliefs and behaviors to ensure they align with our values and purpose. This ongoing process helps maintain authenticity and clarity in our lives, keeping us aligned with our true selves. Living intentionally is not just about planning, it's about making choices that resonate with our deepest values. Marcus encourages us to identify our purpose and act in ways that serve it. By doing this, we cultivate a life filled with meaning. Every decision we make can reflect our commitment to this purpose, leading to a more fulfilling existence. Lastly, Aurelius teaches us about resilience in adversity. He reminds us that obstacles are inevitable. However, how we respond to these challenges defines our character. By focusing on our strengths and maintaining a positive mindset, we can rise above difficulties. It's through these trials that we often learn the most about ourselves, and it builds our resilience for the future. As we embrace the lessons from Marcus Aurelius, let's remember that adversity is a part of life. It is not the challenge itself that defines us, but how we respond to it. We have the power to choose our reactions. This is where mindfulness becomes a powerful tool, reminding us to pause and consider our actions before letting emotions take control. Reflecting on this can help us navigate even the toughest situations with greater clarity and strength. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of impermanence. He understood that everything, including our troubles, is temporary. This perspective can shift how we view challenges. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, we can see obstacles as opportunities for growth. Every moment of difficulty can teach us something, help us build resilience, and lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves. By embracing this mindset, we can navigate our lives with more grace and purpose. In our daily lives, we can embody Marcus's teachings by setting aside time for self-reflection. Even just a few moments each day can deepen our awareness of thoughts and feelings. Journaling, meditating, or simply pausing to breathe can create space for clarity. These simple acts help us reconnect with our core values. As we reflect, we may discover what truly matters to us. This can guide our choices, ensuring we live with intention and authenticity. Living with intention means aligning our actions with our values. Marcus Aurelius teaches us the importance of examining our motivations. Are we acting out of fear, or are we rooted in a sense of purpose? By asking ourselves these questions, we can make more mindful choices. Ensuring our actions reflect our ideals can bring a sense of inner peace. This connection between our values and actions lays a foundation for lasting fulfillment and happiness. Embracing discomfort is another lesson we can learn from Marcus. Life is full of uncertainties, yet how we handle them shapes our character. Instead of fleeing from discomfort, we can lean into it. This doesn't mean seeking pain, but rather facing tough situations head-on. By doing so, we build resilience and fortitude. Each experience, even the challenging ones, adds layers to our strength. In the end, these lessons help shape a compassionate and wise individual. Marcus Aurelius often reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. When we learn to manage our inner dialogue, we cultivate a sense of peace. Each day offers us moments to access this inner strength. It's in these quiet moments we can choose how to respond rather than react. Acknowledging our feelings and thoughts gives us the space to navigate life's challenges with a clear mind and a calm heart. Consider how important it is to hold our values close. Each decision we make can reflect who we truly are. Marcus encourages us to stay grounded in our beliefs, especially when faced with difficulty. When we act in line with our values, we can feel a sense of alignment within ourselves. This alignment fosters resilience. It transforms our approach to obstacles into opportunities for growth and understanding. Another significant aspect of Aurelius's teachings is the practice of gratitude. He believed that appreciation for what we have can shift our perspective. When we focus on the positives, we become more aware of our blessings, however small they may seem. Embracing gratitude can transform our daily experiences. It reminds us of the beauty in simplicity and fosters a sense of connection to the world around us. Aurelius also speaks of the importance of mortality. He prompts us to realize that life is fleeting. This awareness can deepen our appreciation for each moment. When we reflect on the impermanence of life, it encourages us to live fully and authentically. It nudges us to prioritize what truly matters. By confronting this reality with openness, we find motivation to chase our dreams without hesitation. Lastly, let's explore the idea of community. Marcus saw the value in connecting with others, strengthening ties with those around us. He reminded us that we are all part of a bigger whole. Together, we can share the weight of challenges and joys. Building these connections fosters empathy and support. It's a reminder that we don't walk this path alone, but rather together with fellow travelers. Marcus Aurelius also emphasizes the power of focus. He reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. By directing our minds toward what truly matters, we can cultivate clarity amidst chaos. This choice is ours alone. Each morning, we have a chance to reset our frame of mind. It's about choosing to see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than burdens to bear. This perspective transforms our entire experience of the day. Another key teaching is about acceptance. Life is filled with uncertainty and unexpected events. Instead of resisting what we can't control, Marcus encourages us to embrace it. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means recognizing what's in our hands and what isn't. It allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This practice of acceptance fosters peace of mind. It can be liberating, letting go of the need to constantly grasp at control. In our busy lives, it's easy to forget the importance of gratitude, yet Marcus reminds us to celebrate the small joys. Each moment holds the potential for appreciation. Taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what we're thankful for can shift our mindset. This simple act can anchor us amidst life's storms. It helps combat negativity and fills our hearts with contentment. Embracing gratitude connects us to the present moment. Moreover, community holds a special place in Marcus's teachings. He believed that we are all part of a greater whole. Our actions impact others and our connections matter. In a sense, we're not just individuals, but threads in a larger tapestry. Nurturing our relationships enriches our lives and strengthens our resilience. By supporting each other, we can face challenges with a united front. This sense of belonging can be a powerful motivator. Lastly, let's consider the concept of purpose. Marcus encourages us to find meaning in our actions. Living with intention shapes not just our days, but our entire lives. When we align our actions with our values, we contribute to our well-being. Each action then becomes a step toward a greater goal. This focus on purpose guides us through trials and can help us remain grounded in our identity. It's a beacon in tumultuous times. One key teaching from Marcus Aurelius is the importance of understanding that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions. This simple idea invites us to pause and reflect before we react. It encourages a moment of mindfulness when faced with challenges, reminding us to respond with composure rather than impulsive emotions. This practice can transform our experiences and relationships, cultivating a sense of inner peace, even in troubled times. Another essential concept is the idea of purpose. According to Marcus, having a clear purpose can guide our actions and decisions. It provides a lens through which we can assess what truly matters, helping us to navigate daily distractions. When we act with intention, we align our daily lives with our deeper values. This creates a sense of fulfillment as we recognize each day as an opportunity to live out our commitments and aspirations. Marcus Aurelius also emphasizes the value of self-reflection. Taking time to look inward allows us to gain insight into our thoughts and behaviors. It's a process that fosters personal growth and understanding. By regularly examining our motivations, we can uncover patterns that may be holding us back. This practice not only fosters self-awareness, but also opens up opportunities for change and development, enabling us to grow into the best version of ourselves. Moreover, the strength of community is a recurring theme in Marcus's teachings. He reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. Finding connection with others can be a source of support and encouragement. By fostering ties with those around us, we create a network of resilience. This connection reinforces our shared humanity, reminding us that collaboration and compassion are crucial in overcoming life's challenges together. Lastly, embracing the transient nature of life is vital in Marcus Aurelius's philosophy. He urges us to recognize that everything is temporary. This perspective helps us cherish fleeting moments and fosters gratitude. When we appreciate the impermanence of challenges, we can navigate our struggles with greater wisdom. It encourages us to savor life's joys and find meaning even in difficult situations, ultimately enhancing our resilience and outlook on life. In moments of uncertainty, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to pause and reflect. He reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. By choosing how we respond, we hold the reins to our experience. This empowerment can transform our interactions and outlook, showing us that we can find peace even amid chaos. It's a powerful reminder of our capacity for resilience and composure. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment. This creates space for better decision-making. In a world that often feels rushed, Marcus teaches us the value of slowing down. Each moment becomes an opportunity to connect with ourselves and others. We can choose intention over reaction, forging deeper relationships and cultivating understanding in our lives. Moreover, Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the significance of purpose. Living without a clear sense of direction can lead to feelings of aimlessness. When we align our actions with our values and aspirational goals, we begin to experience a deeper fulfillment. This clarity helps us navigate daily challenges with a sense of meaning and empowers us to pursue our passions with vigor. Marcus also teaches us about the importance of gratitude in our daily lives. He believed that appreciating what we have cultivates joy and contentment. This mindset acts as a counterbalance against life's inevitable difficulties. By acknowledging even the small blessings, we nurture a spirit of resilience. It's a simple yet profound practice that leads to greater happiness and fulfillment. As we delve into his teachings, it becomes clear that these principles are timeless. They resonate deeply in our modern context. Each lesson Marcus shares is an invitation to explore our inner landscape, reminding us to embrace both light and dark experiences. By doing so, we cultivate a richer understanding of ourselves and of life itself. This journey towards self-awareness is a venture worth undertaking, as it brings lasting growth. One of the most powerful lessons from Marcus Aurelius is the idea of taking a moment to pause. When we feel overwhelmed, simply taking a deep breath can help us regain clarity. This practice allows us to step back and reflect rather than react impulsively. It's in those quiet moments that we often find the wisdom we need to navigate difficulties with grace. Additionally, his reflections urge us to embrace the present moment. Life is fleeting, and often we get lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. By focusing on what's happening now, we can truly engage with our lives. This presence enhances our experiences and helps us appreciate the simple joys that may otherwise go unnoticed. Moreover, the idea of purpose intertwines with our daily actions. Marcus emphasizes aligning our choices with our values. When we act with intention, every small decision counts. This alignment not only provides direction, but also generates a deep sense of fulfillment. In doing so, we cultivate a life rich with meaning, each day we choose to live it intentionally. Ultimately, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that living intentionally is a practice. It's not always easy, but every effort we make brings us closer to a life of clarity and resilience. As we learn to focus on our thoughts, reflect on our actions, and embrace the moment, we anchor ourselves in a steadiness that can withstand life's storms. Each day is an opportunity to embody this wisdom. Marcus Aurelius teaches that life is often unpredictable, yet how we respond to its challenges determines our journey. By embracing our ability to choose our reactions, we foster a sense of control amidst chaos. This perspective can transform adversity into an opportunity for growth. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, we can find strength in our responses. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone, leading us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. One of the profound insights from Marcus Aurelius is the idea of acceptance. He teaches us that acceptance isn't about resignation or passivity. Instead, it's a powerful acknowledgement of what is outside our control. By accepting reality, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We can then redirect our energy toward actions we can take, turning our focus away from what disturbs us and towards what empowers us to move forward with clarity and purpose. In his writings, Marcus Aurelius often reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. By focusing our minds on what we can control, we clear away distractions and find peace. This practice of mindfulness is about more than just awareness. It's about intentionally choosing how we respond to life's ups and downs. Each moment offers a choice, and embracing this transforms our experiences into opportunities for growth. As we navigate the chaos of life, Marcus teaches us to reflect on our reactions. Instead of being swept away by emotions, we're encouraged to pause, breathe, and assess our feelings. This self-reflection helps us understand our triggers and empowers us to make conscious choices. By integrating this practice into our daily lives, we cultivate resilience and a deeper understanding of ourselves. By embracing Marcus Aurelius's teachings, we find an invitation to live more intentionally. It's a gentle reminder that each day offers us choices. Instead of merely reacting, we can pause, reflect, and align our actions with our values. This practice fosters a deeper sense of purpose, enriching our lives and guiding us toward what truly matters. Seneca often reminds us that life is fleeting. He speaks of time as our most precious resource. Each moment can either be wasted on trivial distractions or invested in pursuits that genuinely matter. It's a choice we face daily. By choosing to engage in meaningful activities, we claim our time back. We start to notice how that shifts our perspective, allowing us to live more fully, as if every minute truly counts. With Seneca's wisdom, we uncover that our priorities matter. He encourages us to reflect on how we spend our days. Are we caught in the web of busyness, or are we truly living? This self-reflection opens a door to greater clarity. It invites us to question our routines and habits. When we assess our daily actions, we can start realigning them with what enriches our lives. Consider a typical day. How often do distractions pull you away from what you cherish? Reflect for a moment on your own life. Are you pursuing goals that inspire you, or are you simply moving through the motions? Seneca's teachings remind us that it's crucial to carve out time for activities that resonate with our values. When we make room for this, it brings purpose and fulfillment to our days. Embracing Seneca's advice can transform our lives. Picture a life where you dedicate time to relationships, creativity, or personal growth. Think of the joy that comes from fulfilling your passions. This shift in focus not only improves our own well-being, but enriches the lives of those around us. It's a ripple effect. Each choice to invest time wisely creates a deeper connection with our world and those in it, fostering love and joy. By prioritizing what truly matters, we cultivate a life rich with experiences rather than mere existence. Seneca's wisdom encourages us to harness each moment. It's about bringing intention to our lives. This journey doesn't require grand changes. Small, deliberate choices can lead to greater happiness. Start today by identifying one thing that brings you joy. Allow that joy to guide your days. In doing so, you honor your time and enhance your life. Seneca believed that most people waste their lives chasing after distractions. He reminds us that time is our most valuable resource, yet it often slips through our fingers unnoticed. By filling our days with activities that don't contribute to our growth or happiness, we miss out on what truly matters. Reflecting on how we spend our time can lead us to prioritize what brings us joy and fulfillment. One of Seneca's most profound insights is that life is short, but we often fail to appreciate its brevity. It's not merely about adding years to our lives, but ensuring those years are rich with purpose. He encourages us to seize each moment, creating lasting memories and experiences. When we consciously engage with life's fleeting nature, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for every choice we make. Imagine a typical day. How much time slips away in waiting, scrolling through social media, or engaging in activities that don't serve us? Seneca challenges us to ask if we are filling our time with tasks that align with our core values. When we focus on what genuinely matters, even small actions can become meaningful steps towards a fuller life. This isn't just time management, it's about life management. Engaging with Seneca's ideas invites us to pause and reflect. What would you change about how you spend your time? Consider those moments that bring you joy. Are they present in your daily routine? By intentionally crafting our days to include what uplifts us, we can create lives infused with deeper satisfaction. This practice may not happen overnight, but every small change can lead to a richer experience over time. One of Seneca's most profound insights is that time is our most precious resource. He warns us that while we often waste it on trivial pursuits, we have the power to reclaim it by focusing on what truly matters. Imagine waking up each day with a clear intention or prioritizing meaningful activities over distractions. This shift can transform our experience of life, helping us to lead a more fulfilling existence that resonates with our core values. Seneca believed that many live as if they'll never die, falling victim to procrastination and the demands of daily distractions. Yet, he encourages us to embrace life fully and to live with urgency. By reflecting on our mortality, we can cultivate an appreciation for each moment. It's this understanding that can drive us to make choices aligned with our greatest aspirations and contribute to a life well lived. Think about an ordinary day and the ways we can take back our time. Maybe it involves setting aside moments for genuine connection with loved ones, or diving into hobbies that ignite our passion. This could be a simple change, like prioritizing reading over scrolling through social media. Each decision we make shapes our days, and by being intentional about how we spend our time, we can move closer to our true essence. Seneca reminds us that each moment holds immense potential. When we squander time on trivial pursuits, we let life's richness slip away. It's not merely about filling our schedules, but about engaging deeply with what truly matters to us. Each day offers a fresh canvas waiting for us to paint it with our passions and values. By asking ourselves what we genuinely care about, we can begin to reclaim our time for meaningful engagements. As we reflect on our daily choices, it helps to envision what a fulfilling day looks like. Perhaps it's about sharing quality time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby we've neglected, or simply pausing to enjoy nature. When we start prioritizing activities that resonate with our true selves, we shift our perspective. Life begins to feel less rushed and more aligned with our purpose. This mindful approach deepens our appreciation for each experience we have. Seneca often speaks of the danger of procrastination. He argues that delaying what we truly wish to do can be a thief of our precious time. It fosters a cycle of regret and unfulfilled potential. Instead, he encourages us to act with intention and urgency. Each small step we take leads us closer to living a life marked by our values. By resisting the pull of procrastination, we claim ownership of our journey toward fulfillment. Realizing our mortality, as uncomfortable as it may be, is a profound gift. It invites us to look at our lives with a fresh lens. When we acknowledge that time is limited, it instills a sense of urgency. We start to cherish each moment, allowing us to make bold choices rather than lingering in indecision. Embracing this awareness can lead to richer experiences and a deeper connection with ourselves and others. It's a call to live fully, not just exist. In moments of stillness, think about what truly inspires you. What dreams have been sitting quietly in the back of your mind? By giving ourselves permission to explore those dreams, we can breathe life into them. Perhaps it's learning something new, traveling to a place that calls to you, or simply taking time to breathe deeply and reflect. These moments of clarity reveal the essence of who we are. They guide us in shaping a life that feels authentic and true. Seneca reminds us that we often take time for granted. We fill our days with tasks that don't really matter. It's easy to let hours slip away in pursuits that bring little joy or satisfaction. Instead, he urges us to focus on what truly makes us feel alive. Each moment is a precious gift. By being more selective about how we spend our time, we can create a life rich with purpose and meaning. Consider how we often become engrossed in endless distractions, scrolling through social media or binge-watching shows. While these activities can be enjoyable, they can also rob us of precious time. Seneca asks us to reflect on how we choose to engage with our hours. Are we nurturing our passions or simply filling the void? By prioritizing experiences that enrich our lives, we align more closely with what we truly desire. To make the most of our time, Seneca suggests we must also embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside our comfort zones. Whether it's learning a new skill or fostering deeper connections with others, these endeavors may require effort and sometimes a bit of sacrifice. By stepping into the unknown, we cultivate resilience and enhance our daily experiences. The discomfort we feel often leads to a fuller, richer life. Ultimately, Seneca's wisdom encourages us to live deliberately. Each decision we make shapes our experiences. When we become more conscious of our choices, we invite clarity into our lives. Reflecting on how we spend our time can lead to profound insights about our values. By prioritizing what matters most to us, we align our actions with our true selves, lighting a path toward fulfillment and inner peace. So, how do we start to apply Seneca's wisdom in our own lives? First, it's about acknowledging how we currently spend our time. Take a moment to pause and evaluate your daily habits. Are there moments where you drift into distractions instead of engaging with something more meaningful? This kind of reflection can create a powerful shift in perspective about what truly matters. As we assess our daily routines, it may be helpful to set small, manageable goals. These could be as simple as dedicating just 10 minutes a day to a passion project or spending quality time with loved ones. By making these conscious choices, you gradually reclaim your time and align your life with what you genuinely value. It becomes an act of self-respect. Additionally, consider the influence of your environment. Surrounding yourself with reminders of your aspirations can serve as motivation. Perhaps a book on your shelf or a few sticky notes with inspiring quotes placed around your workspace can help. This simple act can turn the mundane into a source of inspiration, encouraging a more engaged way of living. Lastly, remember that it's okay to say no. This can be tough, but every time you say yes to a distraction or obligation, you might be giving up precious time for what truly matters. By learning to prioritize your commitments, you ensure that each moment spent aligns with your goals and values. It's a practice that fosters respect for your time and intentions. As we draw closer to wrapping up this discussion, keep in mind that becoming more intentional with your time is an ongoing journey. Each choice you make can either draw you closer to your personal values or lead you further away. By embracing this mindset, you open yourself up to a life filled with richer experiences and deeper fulfillment. The key is to stay mindful and be present. Seneca encourages us to consider deeply how we allocate our time. It's not just about managing minutes, but about valuing each moment. When we invest our time in activities that resonate with our core beliefs, we create a life that feels rich and fulfilling. Imagine waking up each day with a purpose, knowing that you're engaging with what truly matters to you. This intentionality transforms the mundane into something meaningful. We've explored how our daily choices impact our perception of time, but it's essential to focus on what truly matters. Seneca teaches us that our time is precious. Every moment we waste on trivial distractions is a moment taken away from pursuing our passions or connecting with others. By shifting our perspective, we can find greater purpose in our actions and prioritize what genuinely enriches our lives. Consider this. When was the last time you paused to reflect on your daily activities? Just as Seneca encourages us, taking time to evaluate our actions can reveal wasted hours we didn't even realize we spent. It prompts us to ask ourselves if our current pursuits align with our true values. This simple exercise can be liberating as it allows us to reclaim our time and focus on genuine fulfillment. Seneca often reminds us to embrace the fleeting nature of life. By acknowledging this, we can cultivate a sense of urgency in making better choices. Think about how you want to spend your limited time. Choose engagements that motivate and inspire you. This shift enables clearer priorities in our daily lives. As we consciously decide to engage in meaningful tasks, we not only honor our time, but also enrich our experiences with every moment. Embracing the reality of our limited time can be a profound wake-up call. It brings clarity to what truly matters in our lives. By reflecting on our daily routines, we can identify moments that waste our time. Imagine reallocating those minutes toward activities that bring you joy or fulfillment. This simple shift can transform our outlook and direct us towards a life more aligned with our values. Seneca reminds us that it's not merely about how much time we have, but how we choose to use it. This means investing time in relationships, passions, and experiences that enrich us. Think about the last time you truly lost track of time doing something you love. Those moments are precious, and they matter more than the distractions we often fall into. Cultivating this awareness can guide our choices toward what really counts. As we continue to reflect on our choices, we begin to recognize patterns. Are there activities or commitments that drain our energy? Are there relationships that don't serve our well-being? Recognizing these can be liberating. It gives us the courage to say no to distractions and yes to what nurtures our soul. Surrounding ourselves with the things and people that uplift us can lead to a more fulfilling life. Choose wisely. When we prioritize our time based on what truly matters, we foster a sense of purpose. As Seneca teaches, life is not only about living longer, it's about living better. This invites a shift in perspective. What if each day was approached with intention, as if it were our last? This kind of mindset fosters gratitude and encourages us to seize opportunities to connect, learn, and grow. Every moment has the potential to be meaningful. Reflecting on our choices can lead us to understand what truly matters. Seneca encourages us to take a close look at our habits and priorities. Are we spending our time in ways that align with our values? Or are we drifting along, losing sight of our passions? This kind of honest introspection helps sharpen our focus and can be transformative. When we examine how we use our time, we can often spot areas that need change. Perhaps it's those hours spent scrolling through social media or the endless TV shows that don't enrich our lives. Seneca reminds us that by redirecting that time toward pursuits we value, like learning or nurturing relationships, we can lead a richer, more fulfilling life. Embracing discomfort can also be an essential part of living well. Seneca teaches us that growth often starts outside our comfort zones. When we choose to take on challenges, we learn and grow. This could mean engaging in difficult conversations or trying something new. Each step outside our comfort zone can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Slowly embracing discomfort allows us to build resilience. Seneca believed that this internal strength makes us better equipped for life's inevitable challenges. When we face our fears, we develop a sense of courage that can lead us toward our true aspirations. Each moment spent facing what we find difficult can guide us closer to a life filled with intention and purpose. Ultimately, it's important to remember that a fulfilling life doesn't mean constant comfort. Instead, it's about finding balance and understanding what brings us joy and growth. Pursuing our passions, while challenging at times, enriches our life experience. Seneca's wisdom guides us toward making choices that resonate deeply with our core values, shaping each day into something meaningful. As we think about living with purpose, it helps to remember that time is our most precious resource. Each moment we let pass is a moment we can never reclaim. Instead of allowing ourselves to be swept away by distractions, we can choose to engage in activities that feed our passions and nurture our well-being. This intentionality doesn't just enhance our lives, it shapes who we become. Seneca invites us to consider what truly matters. He believed that a life well lived is not measured by external achievements alone. It's about deep connections, personal growth, and moments of clarity. When we reflect on our daily choices, we can ask ourselves if they align with our deepest values. This query helps us stay grounded, reinforcing our commitment to a purposeful life. Think about a time when you felt fully present, engaged, and fulfilled. Perhaps it was during a deep conversation with a friend or while engrossed in a project you love. Those moments remind us of the richness life has to offer. By prioritizing our time for meaningful interactions and pursuits, we grow closer to the life we wish to live. It's a journey worth pursuing. In our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to lose sight of these moments, yet Seneca's guidance encourages us to pause, reflect, and recalibrate our lives. He teaches us that by cultivating awareness of our time, we can create a life that aligns more closely with our aspirations. This shift may require courage, but it's a path toward a more fulfilling existence. As we reflect on Seneca's message, consider the impact of your daily choices. Each moment spent on distractions pulls you away from a richer, more fulfilling existence. Think about how small changes in your routine can lead to profound realizations about your priorities. It's in these adjustments that you may find more meaning in your day-to-day life. Seneca urges us to recognize that time is our most precious resource. By choosing to engage in activities that matter to us, we reclaim our time from trivial pursuits. This is not about perfection, but about intentionality. When we fill our days with what truly counts, we not only honor our time, but also ourselves. It's a reminder that life's brevity calls for meaningful engagements. Imagine waking up each day filled with a sense of purpose. When you align your actions with your deepest values, you may start to notice a shift. Your days become vibrant and significant rather than merely passing by. This is the essence of Seneca's wisdom: finding balance, making choices, and cherishing the moments that truly enrich us. The journey to a fulfilling life begins with understanding this foundation. As we reflect on the teachings of Seneca, it's crucial to remember that each moment is a choice. We can fill our days with noise and distractions, or we can pursue what truly nourishes our spirit. Slow, intentional living allows us to connect with our values. By being present, we create space for meaningful experiences. Every small decision adds up, shaping the life we lead and the legacy we leave behind. Seneca's perspective reminds us that time is not merely a resource, but a canvas for our life's work. What we choose to invest our time in defines us. Whether it's relationships, passions, or personal growth, it's essential to prioritize activities that resonate deeply with us. As we move forward, let's carry this awareness into each day. With reflection, we can cultivate a life that's rich with purpose and fulfillment. In embracing Seneca's wisdom, we discover that every moment holds potential. Time, often seen as a hurdle, can become our greatest ally when we use it wisely. By reflecting on how we spend our days, we can shift from feeling rushed to feeling enriched. Each action we take can align with our deepest values, transforming routine into something meaningful. This awareness is the key to a life well lived, allowing us to grasp the fleeting beauty of our time here. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, offers us a profound understanding of choice. He teaches that it's not the events in our lives that shape our experience, but rather our reactions to those events. This simple yet powerful idea encourages us to reflect on how we respond to challenges and setbacks. By embracing this perspective, we discover that we hold more control over our lives than we may realize. Understanding our power to choose alters how we navigate life's difficulties. No matter the circumstances we face, we can decide our attitudes and how we respond. Imagine facing a frustrating day at work, one where everything seems to go wrong. What if you focused not on the chaos around you, but on your response? This shift can transform our approach to setbacks and stress. This principle also brings a sense of freedom. When we acknowledge that our reactions are within our control, we empower ourselves. We no longer find ourselves victims of circumstances, but creators of our emotional landscape. As we journey through life, embracing this wisdom helps us maintain balance amidst chaos, leading to greater resilience and stability. This steady approach allows for calmness in the face of adversity, fostering personal growth. Epictetus teaches us that life is not merely a series of events, but a canvas for our reactions. When we experience something difficult, it's entirely up to us how we respond. This insight can transform our struggles into opportunities for growth. It empowers us to take ownership of our feelings and choices, serving as a reminder that our perspective shapes our reality. Consider a situation where you faced a setback at work. Instead of viewing it solely as a failure, what if you saw it as a chance to learn? Reflecting on this can change everything. By shifting your mindset, you not only reduce frustration, but also open the door to personal growth. Each challenge is an invitation to respond with resilience and clarity. Embracing this principle means accepting that our thoughts and feelings are within our control. When someone criticizes us, we can choose to feel hurt or to see it as constructive feedback. By consciously deciding how we respond, we reclaim our power. This isn't just philosophical, it's practical, influencing our daily lives and relationships in profound ways. As we navigate through daily choices, whether it's how we respond to traffic or handle a difficult conversation, we must remember that our reactions define our experience. This practice takes effort, especially when emotions run high. Yet, consistently applying Epictetus' teachings can help us cultivate a steadier, more balanced approach to life. Each day is a new opportunity to exercise this freedom. By embracing this understanding, we not only enhance our emotional resilience, but also inspire those around us. When others witness our calmness in chaos, it encourages them to reflect on their own responses. This ripple effect can foster a culture of understanding and patience. In a world often filled with noise, choosing serenity can create meaningful connections. Epictetus reminds us that while we can't control external events, our responses are always within our power. This distinction is crucial. When we start accepting that our reactions shape our experiences, we become more grounded. Instead of being swept away by circumstances, we can practice pausing, reflecting, and choosing our next step with intention. This allows us to respond instead of merely reacting, fostering a sense of personal agency in our lives. In modern times, we face countless stimuli demanding our attention. Social media, work pressures, and personal relationships all test our ability to respond thoughtfully. By applying Epictetus's insights, we can take a step back in these situations. We can ask ourselves, what's within my control here? How can I choose a more constructive response? This practice helps cultivate patience and clarity, guiding us to make better decisions even amid chaos. Consider a moment when you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a difficult conversation or an unexpected change in plans. Reflect on how your reaction influenced the outcome. Did you react with frustration, or did you step back to consider your response? Each choice, grounded in awareness, leads us to deeper emotional balance. It's in reviewing these situations that we can truly appreciate the power of choice. Every experience becomes a lesson in wisdom and growth. By acknowledging that we can choose our responses, we open the door to resilience. Life will continue to throw curveballs our way. However, knowing that the way we react will define our experience brings a sense of calm. We can choose to respond with understanding or let frustration take over. This shift changes everything, and as we begin to own our choices, we pave the way for a more stable emotional life. Ultimately, embracing Epictetus's wisdom illuminates a path toward personal freedom. When we understand that our choices are ours to make, we claim our narrative. Each moment presents an opportunity to act with intention, to respond with clarity. So next time you face a challenge, pause, breathe. Remember, the power of choice lies within you, shaping not just your actions, but also your path forward in life. Epictetus emphasizes that our thoughts shape our experiences like a lens through which we view the world. When we face adversity, it's tempting to feel like victims of circumstance. Yet, we have the ability to choose our responses. This simple shift in mindset can transform how we navigate life's challenges, allowing us to regain a sense of control and direction. Imagine a difficult day at work. The tasks seem overwhelming and deadlines loom large. It's natural to feel stressed. However, Epictetus reminds us that while we cannot control the demands placed on us, we can decide how to approach them. Will we let frustration take over, or will we view these challenges as opportunities to grow stronger? It's about harnessing that sense of agency. By recognizing the power of our choices, we open a door to resilience. Each decision becomes a chance to practice patience and understanding, both for ourselves and others. When we react from a place of empowerment rather than frustration, we can handle pressure more effectively. This approach can not only lead to more balanced reactions, but can also influence those around us in positive ways. It's fascinating to think about how this Stoic wisdom applies even in our everyday interactions. Consider a disagreement with a friend. You can either approach it with anger or choose to engage in a calm discussion. Each approach will lead to different outcomes. When we think like Epictetus, we see that our responses can either escalate conflict or create harmony. This realization encourages us to be more mindful. Reflecting on these teachings can deeply impact our relationships and our self-perception. Developing the habit of pausing to consider our reactions gives us the space to act thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Over time, this practice can lead to greater emotional balance. When we take responsibility for our choices, we foster a more compassionate perspective, not only toward ourselves, but also toward others in our lives. When we approach life's events with the mindset that our reactions hold the key to our well-being, we begin to feel a sense of freedom. Each situation presents a choice. We can choose how we interpret what happens. This awareness allows us to step back and assess our feelings, instead of simply reacting without thought. It opens up a space where we can respond with intention instead of impulse. For instance, imagine facing a setback at work. At first glance, it may seem purely negative. Yet, if you choose to see it as an opportunity for growth or learning, the entire experience shifts. You might even find inspiration in that struggle. By reframing our perspective, we take control. It's a powerful realization, understanding that our thoughts change our experiences. This approach can profoundly influence our daily interactions too. Have you ever felt upset by a conversation that didn't go as planned? Instead of letting that frustration fester, consider reflecting on what you can learn from it. Perhaps there was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. This newfound awareness can turn an uncomfortable moment into a stepping stone for better future dialogues and connections. Epictetus reminds us that our external circumstances do not dictate our happiness, but rather our internal responses do. Embracing this lesson fosters resilience. Life can throw unexpected challenges, but how we choose to handle them defines our journey. Each obstacle invites us to grow stronger. It's a gentle reminder that we can cultivate a mindset that thrives on adaptability, not fear. Let's also consider the importance of emotional balance. When we recognize that our reactions are choices, we can manage our emotions more effectively. It doesn't mean suppressing feelings. Instead, it's about understanding them and choosing how to express them constructively. This emotional intelligence allows us to navigate relationships more gracefully. It helps us maintain calm amidst chaos, safeguarding our peace. In our journey through life, we encounter both joys and adversities. Epictetus reminds us that each situation presents a choice. How we respond shapes our experience. Whether a moment brings frustration or delight, the power lies within us. By focusing on our reactions, we take charge of our emotional landscape. This awareness can transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Little by little, we learn to see life through this empowering lens. When we face difficult situations, we often feel powerless. It's easy to get swept away by emotions, but Epictetus invites us to pause. He reminds us that we hold the power to choose our reactions. This realization can change everything. Instead of being victims of circumstance, we can become empowered individuals. It's in these choices that we find our true strength and ability to steer our lives toward greater balance. In practical terms, think about a challenging day at work. Perhaps you receive criticism from a colleague. It's your choice how to respond. You can take it personally and react defensively, or you can pause and reflect. That moment of choice can lead to growth. By adopting a learning mindset, you not only handle the situation better, but strengthen your resilience over time. Meaningful change begins there. As we navigate life's ups and downs, it helps to cultivate an awareness of our triggers. Recognizing what evokes strong reactions in us can be enlightening. This awareness creates a space for intentional choice, allowing us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. For example, when facing rejection, we can choose to see it as a stepping stone rather than a closing door. This shift opens pathways filled with potential. It's essential to understand that these shifts in perspective aren't always easy. They take practice and patience. But just as exercising strengthens our muscles, exercising our choices builds emotional resilience. Each time we consciously choose how to respond, we reinforce the pathways in our brain that promote calmness and clarity. Over time, these patterns of thought become second nature, weaving a thread of stability into the fabric of our lives. Consider a time when you felt overwhelmed, maybe a family disagreement or unexpected life changes. In those moments, remember the teachings of Epictetus. You have the power to shift your focus from external chaos to internal control. This realization invites a deep sense of peace. It allows us to navigate the storms of life with a steadier heart and a clearer mind. Emotional balance isn't a destination, but a journey we can all embrace together. When we think about our choices, it helps to remember that no situation defines us. Instead, it's how we choose to respond that crafts our character. Every little choice we make, even in the face of adversity, can shape our beliefs and our future. By owning our reactions, we empower ourselves to navigate not only our own feelings, but also the world around us in a more meaningful way. Consider moments of frustration where it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Instead of letting those moments pull you under, you can choose to step back, take a breath, reflect, and determine how you really want to respond. This mindful pause gives us the power to change the narrative in our minds. It can turn frustration into an opportunity for growth and understanding. As we embrace this approach, we start to notice how often we have a choice in our reactions. Epictetus teaches us that our inner peace is something we cultivate. Even when the external world is chaotic, we hold the reins of how we respond. This realization can be liberating, providing a sense of control in life's unpredictabilities. It's about creating that space to choose wisely. Moreover, this mindset encourages us to reflect on our daily experiences. Are we reacting based on impulse, or are we taking a moment to evaluate our feelings? These reflections can guide us to develop healthier habits and better responses. It's in this awareness that we carve out paths toward resilience. We learn that it's okay not to have an instant reaction. A thoughtful one can lead to greater clarity. Ultimately, embracing the power of our choices is about finding balance. Epictetus reminds us that our emotional state is not solely determined by external events. When we lean into this understanding, we gain the strength to face life's ups and downs with grace. We stop being victims of circumstance and begin to see ourselves as active participants in our journey. This shift is vital for a resilient outlook. As we navigate our lives, we often encounter moments that test our patience and resolve. In these instances, Epictetus reminds us that it's our reactions, not the events themselves, that define our experiences. This concept encourages us to pause and reflect before we react. It's about choosing a response that aligns with our values and wisdom, rather than being driven by immediate emotions, which can lead to unhelpful choices. Consider how often we react instinctively to minor frustrations. Perhaps it's a slow driver in front of us or a colleague's misunderstanding. Each of these moments offers a chance to pause. Instead of reacting in frustration, we can take a deep breath. By doing so, we create space to choose a more measured response. This conscious choice can transform our day and the way we engage with others. Choosing how to respond becomes even more significant in more complex situations. Perhaps you've received a critique about your work. It's easy to feel defensive or discouraged. However, taking a step back allows you to reflect on the feedback objectively. You might discover valuable insights that lead to growth. This shows how mindful reactions can help us turn challenges into opportunities for improvement. Embracing this approach nurtures emotional balance. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you build resilience. Each mindful reaction strengthens your capacity to handle future challenges with grace. Taking responsibility for our emotions isn't about denying how we feel. Instead, it's an empowering way to regain control. It opens doors to greater clarity and insight, helping us navigate life's complexities more effectively and with a more positive outlook. Ultimately, every choice we make shapes the person we become. As Epictetus taught, we are not defined by the circumstances, but by our reactions to them. This understanding liberates us. It enables us to take charge of our responses and, in doing so, create a more fulfilling life. Reflecting on our choices keeps us grounded and focused on what truly matters, guiding us toward greater emotional well-being and empowerment. As we navigate through life, remember that each situation presents us with a choice. We can choose to react positively, allowing ourselves to grow, or we might respond negatively, which can lead to frustration. Epictetus teaches us that the power lies in our response. It's like a tool we can sharpen with practice, allowing us to handle difficulties with grace and insight rather than letting them overwhelm us. Understanding that we control our responses creates a sense of freedom. Instead of feeling like victims of circumstances, we recognize that we hold the reins. This understanding fosters resilience. When challenges arise, we can take a moment to breathe, reflect, and decide how we truly want to respond. This pause is powerful. It transforms how we experience life, moving us from reaction to thoughtful action. In practical terms, this may mean redefining setbacks. For example, losing a job can feel devastating. Yet, if we shift our perspective, it can become an opportunity for growth, skill enhancement, or new beginnings. By seeing challenges through Epictetus's lens, we shift from being reactive to proactive. We start to view obstacles not as hindrances, but as stepping stones toward new paths and deeper self-understanding. Ultimately, the teachings of Epictetus urge us to embrace our humanity. We will face hardships, but our reactions shape our journeys. Instead of surrendering to negativity, we can cultivate gratitude, patience, and wisdom in every situation. Life becomes less about what happens to us and more about how we choose to respond. With practice, this transformative power of choice allows us to navigate life's complexities with clarity and balance. Understanding that our reactions shape our reality opens up a new realm of possibilities. It empowers us to respond instead of react. This small shift can lead to profound changes in how we experience life. When we recognize our ability to choose our response, we step into a place of agency and control. It reminds us that the true power lies within us, not in the circumstances we encounter. When we apply this principle to everyday situations, we start to see the value of perspective. For example, when faced with criticism, we have a choice. We can let it sink us or use it to fuel our growth. Each moment is not just a challenge, it's an opportunity for learning. In these moments, we can either feel victimized or empowered. It all depends on how we choose to react. Every day, we are faced with choices that test our character and resilience. These small decisions accumulate and define who we are. By embracing Epictetus's teachings, we can shift our mindset towards a more positive and intentional approach. We stop reacting impulsively, and instead, we reflect. This mindful practice helps us build a solid foundation of emotional stability, guiding us through life's inevitable ups and downs. In essence, Epictetus reminds us that while we can't control external events, we do have full control over our responses. This freedom of choice is the essence of our humanity. By acknowledging this, we cultivate a sense of ownership over our emotional well-being. It is a powerful realization that encourages us to face life with optimism and purpose, affirming that our reactions can indeed shape our destiny. When we look at our choices through the lens of Epictetus, we realize their profound impact. Every day offers us opportunities to choose how we feel and respond. For instance, when faced with criticism, we can either let it shake our confidence or pause and reflect on its value. This shift in mindset can transform our experience, leading us toward growth instead of discouragement. By embracing our ability to choose how we respond, we open the door to a more meaningful existence. Consider how often we let external events dictate our emotions. Through Epictetus's lens, we learn to pause and reflect. This practice transforms our reactions into conscious choices. Essentially, it's about acknowledging that we hold the reins of our emotional life, steering it where we wish to go. By embracing the teachings of Epictetus, we can see that our reactions have the power to shape our experiences. When we acknowledge that we hold the reins of our emotional responses, we begin to navigate life with a renewed sense of purpose. This awareness allows us to meet challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Each choice we make transforms our path forward, leading us toward resilience and clarity.